Charleston City Police are looking for a woman who left her car on the Ravenel Bridge today. We have teamed up with the Charleston Animal Society to help out the community. Pets are a major part of our community. They make our lives a lot happier. Do you think whoever wins the Republican nomination can beat President Obama?
I wouldn't bet on either side right now, Aisha.
Oh, my aching back. It's a common complaint. With a go-go lifestyle, a lot of us can abuse our backs, which can eventually lead to serious discomfort. And 1 Billion Rising, it's all about stopping violence against women as well as girls. And this group is not the only group. Groups across the world are coming together on this day, the 14th of February, to end violence. In the afternoon health watch, almost everyone has experienced brain freeze at one point or another. The acute pain brought on from eating ice cream or having an ice cold drink. Nicole Johnson joins us now live from James Island Charter High School, where students started drills about an hour ago. Nicole? Well, sunny and warm outside this afternoon, still waiting for a taste of fall.
Let me hear that again.
That's what,
I'm still waiting.
That's what Bill would say.
That's what Bill Walsh would say.
This is Live 5 News.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Aisha Tyler. Bill Sharp has the afternoon off. New in our crime alert, Charleston City Police say they used a baseball bat in their fist to rob 2 people outside the Outback Steakhouse on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard, but the suspects, they didn't get too far. Police reporter Harv Jacobs is live in our news center. Harv, investigators say a witness knew 2 of the suspects and where they live.
Aisha, back to you.
And you said a baseball bat. They used a baseball bat.
That's what police say.
Wow. Thank you, Harv. A judge set bonds of $200,000 for each suspect on the armed robbery charge. Nelson is also charged with assault and battery. The cause of a church fire in North Charleston still under investigation. It happened Friday at a building connected to Faith Church on Landing Parkway. In the last hour, we checked with firefighters, and they say the church's insurance company must survey the damage first before they investigate any further. No one was injured, but firefighters say there was significant damage to the building. Firefighters in Goose Creek say they don't know what started a fire at a mobile home on Oakside Drive. The home suffered heavy damage. 3 people live in the house, but they were not home at the time and no one was injured. Investigators say they do not have a cause at this time. We had another bright, sunny afternoon. Blue skies as you look over the Double Diamonds. Pretty picture out there, but don't let the sunshine fool you. It's still chilly outside. Chief Meteorologist Bill Walsh, he's live in the Storm Center. Bill, another cold night ahead. Get your weather forecast anytime you need it. Just head on over to live5news.com and click on the weather tab at the top of the page. In today's big stories, crews began demolishing the home on the site of a freak sinkhole. A 37-year-old man was inside his bedroom when an enormous sinkhole swallowed him last week. His brother says he did all he could to save his brother, but he couldn't get to him. That man is now thought to be dead. Crews say they won't be able to recover the body. Now they're trying to figure out what to do about neighboring homes that were compromised by the sinkhole. A California 911 operator tries to get a nurse to perform CPR on a resident at a senior home, but the staff, they refused. The 87-year-old woman died. The 911 tape is shocking to listen to. The woman collapses and needs help. You can hear a woman claiming to be a nurse refusing to even try to give the woman CPR because of the facility's policies. The director of the facility says they do not provide medical care and says residents know that before they move in. We did some research, and if a similar incident were to happen here, by law, a person could provide emergency care and would not be held accountable if the person were to die as a result.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Bill Sharp.
And I'm Aisha Tyler. Homes across the low country hit by fire, forcing dozens of families from their homes. 2 major fires had several crews busy this morning. Meanwhile, a North Charleston home is badly damaged this afternoon after a fire broke out in the kitchen while someone was cooking. Firefighters say it started around 9:30 this morning on Barnwell Avenue. That's just off Rivers. The fire only damaged the kitchen, but the home has smoke damage throughout. There was no fire at the governor's mansion, but the building had to be evacuated around 7:45 this morning after reports of smoke coming from the laundry room. The scene has since been mostly cleared, although some firefighters remain behind to help with ventilation. Governor Haley spokesperson Rob Godfrey tells us the first family was safely and quickly evacuated and are grateful for the work of first responders. Well, will this weather continue through the weekend? Meteorologist Brad Miller, he's live in the Storm Center with your weather right now. Is it going to stay a little cool?
It's kind of like that movie Groundhog Day, Aisha.
Oh.
You wake up to the same weather. It's just not going to change all that much. I'll tell you, this weekend, a lot more cloud by news time tonight, Aisha. Just again, kind of gloomy weekend on the way, so maybe some indoor activity is not a bad idea.
Yeah, but you said it's not going to be a washout.
Not be a washout tomorrow, but
yeah,
maybe Sunday could be a different story. We'll see.
All right. Thank you, Brad. Don't forget your latest weather updates. They're always online. Just head on over to our website, live5news.com. It's rough, it's tough, it's roller derby, and it's back providing fans with some hard-hitting real action. Cameron Easley has details, plus 2 other events happening where you live.
Page.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Bill Sharp.
And I'm Aisha Tyler. Warm and sunny outside today. It is in the 80s. It's about time for some very nice weather. Officials will hold another news conference in about an hour to release new details, if any, in the Ohio kidnapping case. A judge ordered the suspect, Ariel Castro, be held on an $8 million bond, $2 million for each of the 4 victims, including the 6-year-old child born to Amanda Berry during their captivity. He's accused of kidnapping and holding the 3 women hostages for nearly 10 years. Police say he beat and raped the women, who were kept chained up in his house. 2 of the women are now home with their families. A third, Michelle Knight, is still in the hospital. Happening right now at 4, Jodi Arias is about to be sentenced in an Arizona courtroom. The 32-year-old was convicted yesterday by an Arizona jury for killing her boyfriend. Jurors now have to decide whether she'll get life in prison or the death penalty. Arias told a reporter last night that she prefers the death penalty. Arias was put on suicide watch and admitted to the prison psych ward. We will let you know what happens in court. No one has been allowed back to their homes following a massive fire at a West Ashley apartment complex. Residents tell Live 5 a fence now barricades the damaged apartment building. Firefighters are still investigating and haven't figured out what caused it. Last Friday, flames ripped through the 16 units at the Moss Creek Apartments. The blaze put more than 30 people out of their homes. With summertime almost upon us, you might be trying to figure out how to fit into that swimsuit. I know I am, and Bill is as well. Now, coming up tomorrow at 4 o'clock, everything you need to know about fat, diets, fitness, and how to get skinny by summer. And Debbie Chart tells us what you'll see coming up in the next 30 minutes. Hi, Debbie.
We have several hot topics coming up. 5. Bill and Aisha, back to you.
What do you think about letting your baby cry it out?
You know, we're going to have a report on that coming up.
I know, but did you?
Heck no. When they started crying, I'd rush in there and, pick them up or change their diapers. You would too, wouldn't you?
I was the same way. I always was in there whenever I heard the cry.
You're a good mommy. You still are.
You're a good father.
Thank you. Now,
in the last couple of hours, big developments with the investigation into the Boston Marathon bombings. 3 more people are under arrest in the case. CBS News says 2 of the 3 suspects were college classmates of the surviving suspect. Vanita Nayar has the newest details from New York. A relative of the prime suspect says family members will claim the body of the brother who was killed now that his wife has agreed to release it. The Citadel not allowing backpacks or large bags at graduation this year. The school is banning any bags larger than a standard piece of paper. A university policy says certain handbags or totes will be inspected before entering the May 4th ceremony. A class action lawsuit has been filed against the Dorn VA Medical Center in Columbia. This after almost 7,500 veterans' personal information was compromised when an unsecured laptop was stolen. That theft happened last February, and the complaint asked for monetary damages for 2 Richland County vets. Lawyers say because the information stolen was not encrypted, the threat of identity theft is high. The missing laptop had information including social security numbers, addresses, and in some cases medical and disability information. Also happening where you live, some of the best high school basketball players in the Low Country get to show off their skills at the annual Slam Fest. The slam dunk contest and three-point shootout competition is Friday at the North Charleston High School gym. The doors will open at 5:30. This year there is also a 3-on-3 girls basketball game, and tickets are $8 in advance and $10 at the door. Proceeds benefit Port City Sports Academy.
All right, what do you think it takes to get a raise? Maybe just playing up to the boss, working very hard. What do you think, Aisha?
How about becoming a permanent billboard?
Say what?
So far, 40 workers are cashing in on pay raises with some serious ink. I don't know if I could do that. Debbie Chard has a look at more stories that we're working on starting at 5 o'clock. You want a big 5 on your arm, Debbie?
I was going to ask you the same thing. I think I'll pass.
Okay.
All right.
Giving old businesses a chance to grow. Our Aisha Tyler live in North Charleston near the Boeing plant to tell us how the airplane company is kind of letting minority-owned companies take apart.
That's right, Raphael and Debbie. The partnership between Turner Construction and Boeing is already proving to be pretty successful. And as I spoke to some of the graduates tonight, they say that it's giving them the opportunity in their business to grow and thrive. With many goals accomplished and certificates in hand, 27 graduates of the Turner School of Construction Management are expanding the future of their small businesses.
It gives small businesses like mine an opportunity to grow. So often you get the larger companies that come in and they're used to having 100, 200, 300 employees, but you know, Turner has made it an agenda and a priority to reach back to smaller businesses and assist us and include us.
If they learn what they're supposed to learn and what we're going to tell them tonight, then they could be successful.
Some of the Turner graduates are currently working on the local Boeing project.
If you had a small business in the construction field and there was a large project in your backyard and you weren't asked to participate, you'd be pretty frustrated. Our goal was to be the conduit between the project and the companies in order to get them interested so they can participate.
During the 6-week course, participants of the class learn the essentials of managing a business, how to develop a business plan, estimate and bid larger jobs, and how to compete for larger contracts, just to name a few, all with the goal of expanding the skills of minorities, women, and disadvantaged small businesses.
When we came here, we promised that we would make some ways for minority and women businesses to work on this project. And some of them said that, well, we've never seen anything but promises. And so our thing is promises made, promises kept.
According to Turner Construction, 80% of those contractors that are working on the Boeing plant are from right here out of South Carolina. And 28% of those contractors are both minority and women-owned businesses. Raphael?
Aisha Tyler, thank you very much for that report.
Childhood obesity has more than doubled in children and tripled in adolescents in the past 30 years. That's according to the CDC. So to try and curb those figures, MUSC Children's Hospital has been working to reshape the future of local children's health.
After I started doing it, I lost 7 pounds and my BMI point went down by 2.
You are correct.
9-year-old Jordan McFadden is proud of the success he has made as part of MUSC Children's Hospital's Heart Health program, and so is his mother, Vanessa. She says she knows all too well how it felt as a child to be overweight.
And you don't realize how much it affects you. And you don't want that for your child.
All right, very good.
The Heart Health program at MUSC is meant to fight weight issues in children while they're young, trying to set them up for success early on.
We are tackling obesity in children and teens, and we work with them from a nutrition standpoint, from a fitness standpoint, from a psychological standpoint. We really make sure we cover all the bases, of course a medical standpoint as well. Is the blood going to be able to flow?
No.
Nope, it's going to get stuck. Right.
Registered dietitian Janet Carter says when kids come in the clinic, they not only see a dietitian, but have individual sessions with a weight management counselor, personalized coaching, and group sessions.
We really work with the children to fit healthy habits into their lifestyle. So it's not dieting, it's not anything like that, and it's not telling them they can't have this or they can't have that. It's working with them on creating healthier habits, such as portion control, making healthier choices, exercising more, all of that.
Vanessa says she sees positive changes in her son already.
It's changed his thinking, not just his outward, but inwardly he knows that he has to police himself. I'm not going to be with him always.
To help tackle childhood obesity, the Heart Health Program for children here at MUSC looks at not only changing eating habits, but also getting kids active.
Your body is designed to be active and to keep your muscles strong, keep your bones strong, keep your heart healthy. All of that stuff is very, very important, and the only way that you can really do that is through exercise. Jordan?
Something Jordan now gets plenty of.
Now since I'm doing this, I have been going like outside playing basketball, chasing, having fun, doing more pull-ups at school. That's what I do.
The medically supervised weight management program takes children as young as 2 and up to 21 years of age. The program is also covered by most insurance, but the child has to be referred by their pediatrician.